Impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yani had to buy, Yani had Yana hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
Trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones on the dust. Big drop to me. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. That my shit ready. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut in, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them no get the same. Me and them no get the same. All that them don't know the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags. And I don't really wanna be famous. Man. You know what's up. You know what's up. You pretend. You gonna lie. We don't be gang. You know what's up.
Crazy, we going crazy, we at the top and we never gon' stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off with a jet and I cry. My I win in alhamdulillah. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Tema, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, what a drums at?
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace boom going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning, My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I didn't make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city, you probably wouldn't make it. Oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that's probably baffling. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy. I need.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play action, Corral. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Play action here, Corral. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. For the Bears at 9-5 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Corral here working from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Rodgers to return it. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And right away, he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw on second down, Kowalski. He's got the hook up here to Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Off play action. Kowalski. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. This defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw is on target to Likely.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Corral sets up play action. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Corral's throw complete there to Bateman. And they're going to get this up to midfield. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally, you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1 yard pickup there on second. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Back to throw, Corral. On target to his man, Likely. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves them with 4th and 1.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kowalski. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a 1st down.
He completes it to Nelson. Room here to run. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Kowalski. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
First, on springs free, Montgomery loses it, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, or an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Operating from the gun, Kowalski. Through left side, there's London. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now a play fake here on 1st down. Lets it go for Nelson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Corral here, working from the gun. Throwing out left and finding Likely.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Corral. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Rashad Bateman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Off play action. Kowalski, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt.
Here comes Reed.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
On 1st and 10, Kowalski. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk of
adjustments and points of emphasis. Their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And some space here. A great move by Montgomery. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Corral. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker who got in and dropped him to the turf. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw on 2nd down, Kowalski. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On 3rd down, Kowalski. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
He'll call Nelson's number yet again. It's complete.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Kowalski. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On the play fake, Corral. Complete to Likely. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A slant route caught by Bateman. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off play action. Here's Corral.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Off play action. Here's Corral.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Corral with it on 1st down.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Colts are right back in this football game.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him, then just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Looking to throw. Kowalski. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and find another.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. the play fake. Kowalski. This pass is caught by London. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. No gain on the play there, second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
70 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Off the play fake. Here's Corral.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Chicago.
On the return, it's Rodgers. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Operating from the gun.
Kowalski delivers another one to Pierce. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Mike Edwards picks it off, and the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Corral. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say? It's always fun to work on things. If it didn't go well in your game, with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So for the Bears, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gonna give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the steps to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans. Yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they info. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. And all to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shot for. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes,